You're a bit quiet, Josh.
Oh, that's probably why.
There you go.
I bet, yeah. Silly.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
You alright?
Yeah, all good. Seems ages since we did this again.
It has been a minute.
Yeah. Right, so we're good to go. Just launch straight into it then. Yeah.
Yep.
So last we finished, you'd managed to successfully clear or retake Wheel Watch Outpost. So what we'll do, I'll sort of, unless you've got any other business there, I'm tempted to sort of fast forward a little bit. So after you cleared it, Raven came with the forces of the Vogler regulars, and she said, "Have a rest, so you can have a long rest, and then you go and report back to Marshal Vendry at Calaman, and I'll literally hold the fort here." So we pick the session up on your entrance back to Calaman. You've been a stalwart force for Calaman for quite some time now. You've returned from missions to almost a hero's welcome, which is pretty much what you get this time. However, there is a distinct lack of military presence. There's easily half the amount of guards on the front gate. There isn't the usual military presence inside the city. In fact, you barely see any Calaman army uniforms in Calaman itself. And you make your way to the castle, which again isn't heavily fortified. And it's only until you get into outside Marshal Vendry's office where his aide comes to find you. And his aide will explain quite quickly to you that in your absence in Wheel Watch Outpost, Marshal Vendry took a sizable force on manoeuvres, just scouting the area, just as a presence to keep the Dragon Army forces at bay, which is when they received information that part of the Dragon Army had detached itself from the main body. And after they received this information, Lord Baccharis leapt onto this information and convinced Governor Miat to send out a force with him and his son in charge. Miat had the foresight to send Darrett and Reese along with them as well.
That's not foresight.
It is then that the aide will, as kindly as possible, say to you, or if you please forgive me, I've plenty to do. And she'll go to shake Theron's hand. And as she shakes your hand, she passes you a note surreptitiously. And then she turns around and walks back to her business, and the corridors are virtually empty inside this hall as you're left confused.
How surreptitiously was that?
You can have. Oh, you're going to try and nick it. You can have a perception check if you want. I'll tell you what. Let's have an instant.
19.
Okay. So let's have. Yeah, you spot it.
What's it say? What's that letter you've got in your hand say? That she did that Theron just gave you.
What's that, Luke?
Do I recognise her?
Yeah, you've seen her before. She is Marshal Vendry's aide, so she'll be. She'll have sort of officer rank. She'll perhaps from nobility, but she doesn't necessarily have a title as such. Think sort of Percy from Blackadder. He's a bit of a more of a bookkeeper than an actual officer.
Okay. And is there anybody around us other than us?
There's people coming and going, but at the minute, because there's not much military presence inside, no, I'll say the corridor's clear.
Theron will probably look in his hand and look at Hal and go, just throw it to Hal. Yeah.
Okay.
She must have mistook me.
Hal's gonna look up and he's gonna be like, he's gonna start trying to read it, but he's not the fastest of readers, and trying to get a bit of an understanding of it.
Okay. So shall I read it really slowly then?
Yeah.
The note says, quite simply, come at once. Bakaris is leading us to ruin at Steel Springs. He's the commander of this mission, and I cannot disobey. I'll do what I can, but I need your help. I have Reese with me, and it is signed by Darrett.
I think Hal would say, like, Hal would start ranting and probably pacing a little bit as he's like reading the letter. Like he's probably going to be reading it and he's going to be pacing already at that point in time. And then once he's kind of got to the end of it, he's going to be like, any good commander would not leave a fortified garrison, even if there's a small army encroaching. They have the fort. They have the manpower to power this and defend this for a siege for a time. Why would they go out in the open field? They are a pair of utter morons.
Things happen in war. Shame if something happened to him while he was out there fighting a battle.
What, like he shits his pants?
Yeah.
I feel like once again, my friends, a decision is made for us. We cannot let Reese and Darrett come to harm because of their ignorance and need to satisfy their egos. And if I need to school Bakaris and Bakaris the Younger again in that process, I will do so.
They're bloody idiots. Bastards.
Is there
I'm
any?
Richard Sharp at the moment.
Do you think there's any? I wonder if we head down to the stables and see if there's any horses still in stock, so at least we can make some ground relatively quickly.
What's the why have they gone out there? What's just to flash bravado and oh dear me.
Supposedly it's to take off a small force of the dragon army. However, from what we've seen at the moment, the dragon army are more well equipped than we first thought. And I also believe that they possess more intelligence than we give them credit for. They're a well garrisoned and well commanded force, as we've seen so far.
We're walking into a massacre.
I feel like they will. I fear they already have.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're walking into a massacre. Let's just weigh it out and go and pick up the pieces afterwards.
Cannot leave Reese and Darrett to suffer that fate.
No, but they know what
Reese.
I'm getting all cynical in my old age.
Where is your sense of adventure, my friend?
I've
got a sense of adventure, not a sense of stupidity.
I would beg to differ.
I mean, the evidence is stacked against you.
My dear friend. Do they still have? Does Darrett still have the walkie-talkie?
Do you still have the other end of it? Your part of it?
We never got rid of it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
No, I don't think we ever got rid of it. But yeah, I know that our like signals like dipped in and out because of the range and stuff. But
yeah,
we could always try that.
How far away is it, Dave, to get there?
Doesn't it have to be within 30 miles?
Yeah. Well, he's mentioned Steel Springs. So what we can do, because you're outside Vendry's office, so it wouldn't take much for you to, she's got maps in there, so it wouldn't take much to go and have a look. So let's give you the map.
And do we believe that Marshal Vendry's also gone with them?
No, Marshal Vendry's taken some of the troops out on maneuvers.
And then there's
as
a
sort of
small
a
contingency.
yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say. So Marshal Vendry's gone on took a large force out on drill, and then Vicaris the Younger have then persuaded a smaller attachment from that force to go and take on a small attachment of the dragon army.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So Caliban, we know. Vendry is sort of as far as you know from what the aide was telling you when you were in discussions, she's sort of patrolling around here just as a show of force. They did take boats over to the other side as well into Hinterland. But this is the Inkwater. This is where you believe Steel Springs to be. So it is a good 36 to 42 miles away.
Okay.
To get some horses, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think if we can see if we can find some more horses.
What are you
Fair,
going to
there's
call
not
it?
much military around now, is there? So even if somebody says no, we'll just take them and flash our badges.
But yeah, we've got the insignia on now, and if we just say like if we're going to reinforce Vicaris the Younger and Vicaris the Elder's force, they might be a bit more willing to give them us.
Okay. So down to the stables. There's plenty of horses about. There are people there, and as you enter, one of the stable hands will say, "Greetings, noble officers of Calaman. What can I do for you?"
I want the white one.
Interesting. Let's have a well, how were you presenting that then, Lewis? What were you did you want to intimidate? Because that sounded as if you were sort of leaning in, like.
No, more kind of like cheekily, just kind of looking around again. I want that one.
Go on then, roll persuasion.
Multipass.
This is going to be an epic fail. I can see it now.
Have faith.
Oh, 18.
18 on a flat roll. Oh yeah, okay, sure. A white one, and for you, Micah, and so he'll mount up anything that you want. So you can all be mounted on war horses in relatively short order.
Wonderful.
Nice. We ride at dawn.
Ride now. Ride for ruin.
Nice.
Aaron will kind of look at Hal and be like,
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick.
Well, it does mean that I have 3 as possible alternatives if mine should die underneath me again.
Yeah, can we have a spare one, please?
I don't suppose you have any horse armor within your stables.
You know what? Hold up. Let's have a look. No. A standard warhorse comes with an AC of 11. That's the best that you're going to get, I'm afraid.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you can mount up. And are you sort of setting a brisk pace to go, or do you have any other business before you start going?
Is it possible to kind of tell how many horses have already been taken, like from the state? I mean, like, is there just one stables anyway, and is it possible to kind of see how many horses have already been taken?
If you there's a fair amount of horses taken. A lot of Calaman forces are mounted, but there's still plenty in reserve. There'd be several stables attached around different barracks, and depending on the speciality of the force. So there are enough around, but similarly to the lack of uniformed soldiers in the city, there's a lack of military horses as well.
So,
Okay.
there's pretty much no military presence left in the city.
Pretty much, yeah. Now,
Oh, dear me.
yep.
Oh, dear me.
I
Right.
would pass some very
Much
heavy.
as I'm, a Kender dishing out military advice, lock the frickin' doors and barricade the shit out of this city when we've gone.
Are the refugees still?
Yeah, there's a lot of refugees outside still. So most of the Vogler refugees, the women and children, were outside. A lot of the young men became the Vogler irregulars, and they're currently at Wheel Watch Outpost. They garrisoned there.
There's some elderly and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to send a message to Wheel Watch Outpost, and for all the effort that's gone into that, we need to get that garrison back quick, smart. It's a pain in the arse, but this place is empty. If this place falls,
You only need
we're
it
in
to look
deep
like
doo-doo.
it's manned, though. Could we not persuade some of the refugees just to chuck some armour on, even the elderly and the women, just like patrolling the walls, make it look like it's manned?
Weren't I swear we had a problem with like Bakaris not letting like the refugees in, right?
It's not here.
Well,
He's not
exactly.
here.
So like maybe while he's out, we get the refugees in.
Or or we ask the question to see who actually wants to do it. With the promise of coin.
Well, or refuge. I imagine there's a lot of them that would much prefer to be on the inside of Calaman than outside.
Yeah.
So
Because then what we could turn around and say then is if they did come in to the walls and they protected the walls, that would earn them keep, wouldn't it, at the end of the day? Nobody would turn them away if they defended the city.
Oh, just get them in. They just need people behind the walls. It doesn't. I think there's like what we've seen of the Dragon Army. What's going on at the moment is like we just need to make a bigger decision.
Still probably need to be a bit cautious though, because what if the Dragon Army have got spies embedded with them?
That would be.
Well, I think there's probably spies in there anyway. Standard.
We do need to make this garrison easier to breach, though. I partially agree with what you said, Edda, in respect of potentially summoning some of the garrison back from the outpost that we've just obtained. The only other option we do have is we've obviously blown the garrison partially to bits. If the garrison is fully destroyed so that the Dragon Army cannot use it as an outpost, and then we encourage our militia to fall back to the city.
Yeah, it's all time though, isn't it? And time something I don't think we've got.
I do remember last session us saying we were going to get them to establish a relay, didn't we, at that garrison, so we could communicate.
You've mentioned that a few times, if I remember. Yeah, you got Tatina to try and extend the range of your Fargab. Yeah.
Could we not try and get that message to them, get them to make that call, and we just get some of the refugees in just to don the armor and make it look like it's manned?
I don't think we sit with them to make the call. I think we offer we give them the information that we need to destroy the garrison and then tell them to fall back. We cannot give the Dragon Army further outposts. And although yes, we dented their forces with the action that we took, the main objective of that was to stop them having further outposts closer to Calaman.
Oh, Bakaris, man. Bakaris. That name's ever going to be etched.
I do question.
He's messed this one right up.
He seems to be making battle decisions that favour the Dragon Army, which does lead me to question his allegiance.
Whatever, we need to make a move. send messengers, get the refugees in. Let's just go, but get things in place as best we can before we leave for the defense of this place, because this is just a big open invitation.
So
And even,
The dragon army must be rubbing their hands in glee if they can see all this.
I'll answer it directly then, because you've Edda's come up with a plan that Theron's agreed with, in fact, and then you've all agreed with it. So you can relay, you can communicate. So a relay has been set up so you can communicate to the east. We'll watch outpost. Raven will speak to you and say, "Yeah, no, we'll return as fast as possible." And you can get the refugees from outside of Calaman inside. You can give them helmets and get them to parade up and down. That's a great idea. That's no problem. There will be concerns raised to you that ideally you'd need to run this past Governor Miat, who is still in charge of the city but has no military jurisdiction. But it's sort of mentioned to you that it would be hours before you get an audience with Governor Miat. So you work out yourselves.
Funnily enough, Miat was quite happy with our plan when we ran it by him.
Yeah, sure, fine. I won't ask for a roll on that. We'll say it's happened, and then it will possibly face the consequences later if it arises.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Oh, nice. Because you're quite right. Edda is quite right. He said it a couple of times. Time is of the essence. So are we happy to mount up and head towards the Inkwash then?
Can we communicate the message to Mayor Raven that we need they need to they need to ruin the garrison, basically?
Just demolish it.
Yeah. If the vast majority of the forces can start heading back towards Calaman, and then if a small group can be left behind just to sack the garrison and make it unusable for the dragon army.
Okay. I think Raven would say, yeah, okay. I won't ask for a roll in this either. Raven would say, yeah, no, fine. I'll tell you what, we'll booby trap as much as we can.
Booby.
That's brilliant.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see you back in Calaman. She'll sign off with.
Yeah.
I hope to see you in Calaman.
Okay. I'm just going to emphasize again as we leave, lock the doors.
Yeah. Okay. So you mount up. Hal leads the way. Do the rest of you all have experience on horses? I don't suppose you've got any particular proficiency in... you'd all be able to ride a horse, but I think it would only be...
all sizes, Dave, as he's told you in stories before.
Oh, clearly, I clearly remember that. Well, I'm just thinking where to take it for next. So if we head towards the Inkwater then, what I will say is that the Fargabs, there are only two. So Raven has one and you have one. As yet, they haven't been mass produced. So you pretty sure, unless Tina's pulled one out of her backside, Darrett won't have one. Which she hasn't done,
leave that.
by the way.
It's a bit. I don't know. This is such a tricky one. I think we need to leave that here so that what's left of the garrison can communicate with Raven and get Raven to get a move on.
With the admin lady that passed us the letter.
Whatever, yeah, just so that they can. There's a line of communication between them, because Vogler just seems too important to lose.
Where has this wisdom been all this time, Edda?
Tell you what, this is.
I don't know. I think I just been hit on the head. I got a knock on the head that last outing. Don't worry, it'll wear off soon. Concussion always does, I hope.
I think you speak great sense. I think if we leave the communication device and then we head towards the location where we believe Darrett and the rest of the small contingency force are, we should find trace of them, especially if it's a big enough force. No big force leaves no scars within the land. Especially when led by buffoons.
Oh
Nice.
dear me!
Yeah,
I can't
so
wait to see you catching up with Taurus. Hal, I'm really looking forward to that encounter.
It's nice. It's nice when I run games for you and you hate an NPC. It makes me happy. It genuinely really makes me happy.
He's a dick and he's got a little pecker.
Roles
And
reversed.
talk
We
about
want to kill an
the
NPC this time.
So are we? The aide will sign off on this. She'll say, "Yeah, no, I can stay in touch with Raven. Make sure they get back safely." She'll even because she is properly on board. She will say she'll try and run interference with Miat if there is any comeback. She'll say that that you were left with little choice from a military point of view. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, you've got support from the troops of Calaman that are here, and Raven's on the way back. Anything
I think
else?
just Hal would say, like, this was my call. Should Governor Mia have any questions, this was my decision.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay. Yeah, no, she'll bow at this, and she'll kind of. I'd like to think the aide she'll sort of surreptitiously make sure no one's watching, and then sort of give you sort of a secret Knights of Solamnia salute, whatever that might be. Have we decided in this campaign what it was going to be?
If I'm perfectly honest, I think it was just like across the chest. It wasn't a little.
My favourite one was that one off Rick and Morty where he goes peace across all worlds.
I would say to the aide, when I get back, I'm going to have to give you some lessons in surreptitious movements and passing of notes.
Oh, why? That was amazing. What are you on about? Well, fortunately, no one was in the corridor anyway, so. Yeah, the aide will say, "Oh, so I haven't got a future as a petty drugs mule then." Oh, never mind.
You make a good decoy, petty drug mule.
Yeah. And anything else in Calaman then? So you've got your war horses mounted.
I think we just make haste. I think we
Okay, real.
put our heels.
Yeah. So you give it spurs. You manage the journey there is relatively uneventful. As the brook called the Ink Water comes into view, smoke rises over the tree line beyond it. Wounded Calaman soldiers stagger from the trees, heading towards a narrow crossing that lies in your direction. Dragon army soldiers give chase on horseback. What I have for you, gentlemen, is when you've all loaded up. Now then, I'm going to have to get you a war horse each. So I'm tempted. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm tempted to say that you 3 of you are going to struggle to ride these effectively in combat, with the obvious exception of Hal, who is a trained cavalryman.
I was going to say I'm getting off straight away.
Oh, okay, right. So I'll delete Warhorse number 6. Or number 8.
3, please.
I know my limits.
That was the point that you gave me there, Dave.
Yeah. So what I'll I mean, you guys can still stay on. In fact, Craig, I won't. All I'll tell you is, while mounted, you can have an effective speed of 60, because that's what the war horse has. But I'm not going to allow you 3 to attack with the war horse, whereas Hal will be able to. If that's, I mean, it's part of his build. He is, it's what he does. So
well, not too much this campaign, because I keep getting my horses killed. So
I know, dude. I know. So what you can see before you then is wounded Calaman soldiers coming over. They've already passed through this ford here, and dragon army soldiers bearing down on them coming from the north. around you, there's cries and flames and screams of battle. It is smoke and chaos and mayhem. Okay?
Hey, are the
Oh,
Dragon
that's
Army
that
soldiers
phone thing,
mounted
innit?
as well?
Yes, they're all on war horses trying to... They're, for now, concentrating on the Calaman troops. You can see that there's bloodlust. And the direction of travel that they're aiming towards is the Calaman troops. Okay. Happy so far?
Yeah. I think I'd spot in that how would pass the advice of obviously we need to do something to protect the Calaman troops, but I wonder if we wait for them to try and almost like get to the engage and we hit them in the flank.
Fireball.
Well, let's roll initiative here, and then you can we can figure out what we're doing from there.
Yes, Theron. Fireball. Oh,
Okay, so we've got the original Dragon Army soldier is going to go first. Has everyone rolled? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're all there, aren't we? So this is going to be a move of 60. If I recall, bear with me a second. Yeah, sorry, I meant to read this beforehand and I ran out of time.
no, it's all right. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be messy.
Yeah, thought so. Okay, so he's going to ride to here and stop. You know he could carry on, but he doesn't cross the stream. As far as you're aware, they're still not. They've not spotted you, but he's going to start throwing a javelin at the Calaman soldiers. So his first attack. And they've got rows of these wicked javelins, these sort of short pilot, I want to say pilot type javelins that they've got rows of. 2 javelins fly quite close to these Calaman soldiers, but both miss as Theron is the first to react from you guys.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb to the OG rider.
Okay. From where you are, that's range of 90. You've got to do that with Chromatic Orb, can you? Okay, so your roll to hit will be
Natural 20.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, that's a lot of
Boy.
damage.
That's what we need.
It is at 3rd level. And I've rolled 3 7s, so it's going to travel as well, so 52 damage.
Yeah.
He's got to be evaporated.
So the orb is going to move 30 to Warhorse 2.
Yeah.
So I'd roll again, don't I? For hit. Yeah, 17.
17, I think, is going to miss. Oh, no, 17 just hits.
Nice. That's another 5d8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got 2 3s. It's going to go once more, Dave.
Okay, mate.
21 because it's 3rd level. Screw it. We'll go for the one on the left. Come on. 22.
22 hits. The Dragon Army 3.
The one on the left, the one that I've just hit. Is that 3, is it?
Well, you hit 2 that last time, you said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do 3 then. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
25.
25. Right, so you've killed 2 of them. The one, Dragon Army
Right.
Soldier 2, hasn't died.
Okay.
Um,
I think Theron will kind of like go, "Fuck you," as he launches this big giant orb, and then he'll turn to Hal and go, "Your turn."
I'll
Nice.
just give him a
That still only counts as one.
that still only counts as one.
So they become aware of you now as the Dragon Army Soldier 1 goes to here. I have a feeling he can't actually. So you're going to be long range to actually hit you, I think. Yeah. But he is now going to launch his javelin at Theron, which he's going to do at disadvantage because it's over his minimum range. Disadvantage attack of 21. Yeah.
That's gonna hit, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's 7 points of piercing damage and then 4 fire. As the second,
7, 4, 5.
yeah, the second javelin flies over. Disadvantage attack of 16.
So 16. I'm gonna cast a reaction shield.
Perfect. Yeah.
Block it.
Yeah. That takes us to Edda.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna shout at the soldiers, "Run, you buggers!" And that's out of range. I'm gonna ready. Yeah, I think I'm out of range, so I'm gonna ready.
Where are you? 60 feet?
Oh, yeah. Is that? Oh, 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that should be all right then. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll just attack the. Yeah, I'll attack that one by the that's by
Sure.
the ford.
Yeah, go for it.
Range. 13.
Oh, man,
yeah.
no, that misses.
Yeah, just flopped over.
Anything else?
Nah, just done.
Okay. Josh, Micah's turn.
Okay. So yeah, Micah is gonna step up alongside Edda. Try and help keep the soldiers moving through. And then I'm also gonna fire off a guiding bolt at I'll go at Warhorse 1. Yeah. Let's have a go. Please. Guiding bolt cast. Go. +8. 22 to hit.
It's going to hit the horse, yeah.
Come on, poor horse. 46. It's going to be 18 damage.
Ooh. It's not quite enough. Take it down. But it is lit up with your guiding bolt radiance.
Yeah. You'd almost see these 4 little kind of wisps just clipping each one of the legs. And then I'd kind of try and no, it's okay actually. Yeah, that is me.
Do you need to put a statement on the YouTube video? No animals were actually harmed in the making of this video.
Yeah, the tokens are fucked, but no animals are harmed. Hal's turn.
Can the horse dash?
It would be its action then.
Horse's action.
Yeah.
So if I dashed with my horse,
Yeah, I think so.
right? Because then, because then I just won't attack with it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So Hal is gonna firstly move 50 feet hit because it would double it to 120 feet, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. They
'Cause they've got
have
60 feet of movement.
60, so 120, yeah.
Okay, so what Hal's going to do, Hal's going to dash with the warhorse so he can move 50 feet. Oh, yeah, Hal's going to move 60 feet here to start off with. And he's going to kind of like, as he's doing that, he's going to use his bonus action to do bolster in rally.
Okay.
So as part of that, I can. So as a bonus action, you can encourage one creature you see within 30 feet of yourself. If you see it, if the target is seeing here, you gain 1d8 plus 4 temporary hit points. You can use this 3 times per long rest. So I'm going to use this kind of like the Calaman soldier in the right at the front here, and Hal's going to say, "Fight for your city, fight for your men," and then he's going to carry on like charging on his horse as he's going to charge at this dragon army soldier here.
Yeah. Give you a horse.
Oh, look at my horse. My horse is amazing. So yeah, so that Calaman soldier's going to get a D8 plus 8, D8 plus 3 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Hal is then going to use a precise strike to attack the knight with advantage.
Yeah.
A 22 to hit.
22 is going to hit.
And then that is a total of 15 points of damage.
Okay. Second attack.
Don't fail me now. That's 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And so he's taking 9 points of slashing damage.
That kills him. How does he die?
So Hal's just gonna almost like as he's charging, he's just gonna cut through his belly, and then as he does it, he brings his sword down straight on the like crook of his shoulder here, and then it's gonna leave a big wound as he falls from his horse.
Nice. That's your full turn, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. So the last dragon army soldier is going to charge forwards, charging straight at Hal. As he screams, "For the honor of Takesis, I die in her name." He's pretty sure he's going to die. His first attack is going to be 17 to hit Hal.
That misses.
Second attack is going to be 19.
Oh, just on the money.
Just on the money. Okay. That's going to be 10 points of slashing and 3 fire. And then the war horse will get its attack. Well trained, 19 to hit, right on the money.
Aye.
So that's 7 points of damage. Don't you? Haven't you got heavy armor?
I've got chainmail, but so I can reduce it by 3 every time.
Yeah.
So I have because he should have done 13 damage to me, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
And so it's gone down to 10.
Okay. So you also, because it's charged you, you also take an extra 5 bludgeoning damage from the horse, and it also gives you the prone condition, and the mounted rule states that if you become prone, you're knocked off. Yeah, go on.
Hold up. I have advantage against rolls about being knocked from my horse.
It's not a roll.
Then
It's
if it's to do with charging with a war horse,
yeah.
Assuming me this,
Yeah.
I charged at the first night. So although the horse couldn't attack, he still would have counted as a charge, surely.
You charged and killed the first one,
Yes.
and now this fella's
Well,
charged you.
Yes. But should he have took it? I don't matter.
Have I missed something? Or
I don't think so. No.
no? But you are well, according to the rules as read, you've been knocked from your horse now.
Okie dokie.
Is that right?
Well, if it's rules as read, then definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I've got something around. I want to say it's a feature of being a Cavalier fighter is I have advantage of being like knocked prone, like knocked off a horse.
Okay, have a read then, mate. Because
I don't actually. To be fair, I don't know if it's unlocked.
it's one worth knowing, just in case it comes up again. So,
Yeah, so you have advantage on saving throws made to avoid you falling off your mount. If you fall off your mount, descend no more than 10 feet, you can land on your feet and you're not incapacitated. Mounting or dismounting a creature costs you only 5 feet of movement.
okay. So in which case, it's worth reading the mounted combat rule because I might have read it incorrectly. Mounted combat playing turn. Okay. Yes, no, I have. So mounting and dismounting, falling off. Yeah, okay. While mounted, you must make the same save if you have if you're knocked prone, or the mount is. So that's where I was thinking of. If an effect is about to move your mount against its will, you must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or fall off. So you have advantage on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw to stay on. Wicked. That's yeah. Thanks, Jake. At least we've.
That's okay, just as long as, and that's perfect. 11.
Yeah. Okay. So he's attempted to dismount you or unmount you.
Yeah.
In those circumstances, but he's failed. That's the end of his turn, but it does take us to the battle event. Craig, would you roll D8 for me, please? I normally do this in order, but I have a feeling you're only going to get one battle event for this battle because you seem to be claiming these up.
Just for you, Dave.
Yeah. No, to everyone.
Okay, and just a standard, just a D8.
Yeah. You're right, Jake.
Yeah, because I was just reading. Yeah, I was reading the Hooves attack thing in the because it's not overly clear as to how it says it in the actual bit for the warhorse, is it?
You mean for its?
I was reading because like you say, if you read it as read as written, it's if you take the bludgeoning damage, you're knocked prone. If the target is large or smaller creature and the horse moves 20 plus feet toward it immediately before the hit, the target takes an extra 5 and then bludgeoning damage, and then is knocked prone.
Right, 5 is arrows arc over the trees to the north. Craig, you're rolling a D4 now. You're 1, Hal's 2, Micah's 3, Theron's 4. 2, Hal needs to make another dexterity saving throw from these hail of arrows.
12.
12 is a fail. Jake, would you roll 3d6 and take that amount of piercing damage for me, please? You can apply your heavy armor master.
Now you fucking roll well.
Yeah, that's nasty. So a hail of arrows descends on Hal. Now, like I said, I'm not entirely sure we actually need to go through this, but the Calaman forces, they all move 15, except for this one lad that was inspired to charge. So he's going to charge. Let's see. You never know. With inspiring
Go on.
words, he
Fucking
might be able
finish
to do
him.
it. 2 long sword attacks. First one's a 7, that misses.
No.
Whoa, it's just rolled, and the second one's a 7 as well. It just rolled off from an 18, but he's there. What he'll do, he'll just stay there. So it's Theron's turn. You've only got one left to kill. Lewis.
I'll fire a firebolt at him. Why
Sure.
not?
Fireball.
Yeah.
Nonchalant firebolt.
Oh, for a natural 1.
Natural
Yeah.
1's not going to do it, mate, which is a shame. So let's see if Craig can finish it.
It's quite a big hope to be pinned on me. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong thing then. Forget that one. 14.
Let's see if Micah can do it.
I'm wondering, is it worth trying to get some information out? Or should we just...
You're that confident you can hit him?
No, to be honest. Actually, although thinking about it, we'll probably be able to get information out of the Calaman soldiers. So why waste our time with this schmuck? So in that case, I am going to... I'm going to Sacred Flame his ass.
Okay.
Or I'm going to try. Seeing that house taking a pummeling, Micah ain't going to feel too good about that. So I need a dex save of 16 or higher.
Natural 1.
From the... Hey, that'll do it.
Yeah, boy.
Perfect. 2d8 is 9 damage.
He was on 1. How would you like to kill him with your Sacred Flame?
Lovely. Is he still mounted on a horse? He's still mounted on the horse.
Yeah.
Sweet. In that case, I'll try and spare his horse. And you'll almost just see like his like breastplate start to glow, and you'll see kind of like the glow on like the bottom of his chin as well, as his kind of like his chest is starting to almost like heat up more and more, and then this white flame just erupts out of his chest,
Right.
and scorches him.
Yeah. So now you can see a dozen mounted soldiers gallop from the tree line, rushing south towards the crossing. Calaman colours are visible on these soldiers' armour, despite the dents and stains of battle. It's easy to pick out Darrett riding next to Reese among these soldiers in his distinctive Solamnic armour. Another figure sits behind Darrett, sharing his steed. Darrett will, noticing you, steer straight towards you, and as he's galloping towards you, Reese in tow, a few officers surrounding them, and you can see Lord Baccharis in what looks like a catatonic state sat behind Darrett as he starts to approach.
I think Hatler'd be like, what madness is this?
My friends. He sort of looks behind him and he'll say, Lord Baccharis ordered the assault. It was a ruse. It was an obvious ruse.
I could have told you that from Calaman.
I know. Now is not the time for this. Now is the time to rescue what we can. They aren't pursuing past the Inkwater. If we can just make it east with all of the survivors, then we can perhaps discuss this then.
Where is his son?
From this, you hear a blub come from Baccharis as a trail of snot comes down his nose. Baccharis is after the Oscar. He'll say, Darrett will say, is Baccharis the younger, and his contingent fell in battle. He is assumed dead.
The warhorse that Micah has spared, that kind of was underneath the person, is there any chance that I can kind of like grab its reins?
Sure. There are quite a few spare. If I say to you, make roll d4, Jake.
One.
That's a shame. Animal, in which I'll make the animal handling easily. So roll animal handling DC 10, and then you can capture another one.
22.
Yeah. So you can the one you're riding on, plus the ones that were given to you, and you can get another one on board as well.
So I think what Hal would do is Hal would hinch Bakaris the Elder off the back of Garrett's horse, because I take it is Reese riding his own war horse, or is Reese on in front of? And then I think he would put Bakaris. He'd basically like literally just grab him up by the scruff of his his back and kind of drag him over onto this other horse, and then he's just going to kind of like wrap the reins around his hands, and then he's going to like smack the behind of the horse, almost like with any other mounted soldiers, and be like, "Get him out of my sight."
Okay, yeah. So Reese to this will say, "I'll I know, but I'll make sure he's safe. I'll keep him safe."
Do you know as he runs past Theron, can Theron cast prestidigitation on him?
Has he shat himself?
No. He cleans his snotty face up and he nods at him.
Oh,
he charges on the horse.
Okay, roll persuasion for this.
Because he's cleaned the snot off his face and he's shit his pants at the same time.
Okay. He's sort of okay. So he'll acknowledge you. He knows that you've done it, but he's clearly catatonic. So right now, there won't be any response from him. But he will sort of blink and take you in until he goes blank again. So he knows you've done it.
He'll turn to Hal and go, "His son's died, mate. Even I wouldn't like that."
The man has lost his son. But we now have a job to do. We need to make sure that the fleeing soldiers are safe. Garrett, Reese, with us. Reese has gone off with Bakaris the Elder, hasn't he? But Garrett with us. We'll stay around the back of the wounded soldiers with the horses, and at least if we see enemies encroaching, we can offer some form of defence.
Okay. Well, in terms of defence, none is really necessary. Dragon army forces do actually catch up with you, but they don't cross the river. All they do is heckle and jeer and insult you. And it's mostly insults about intelligence and how easy this is going to be when the full force of the Dragon Queen swoops down. Yeah.
Well, it's not hard when we have people in charge like that.
Can Theron turn around and moon them?
100%.
I think Hal
at the same time.
Hal would say it loud enough for like the immediate trusted party, i.e., including Garrett, but would be like Theron, Micah, and Edda, but kind of not loud enough so that the disheartened soldiers could hear that either.
Okay. So you make your way east to safety, where Darrett pulls up and Reese starts tending the troops as Darrett calls you over for a sidebar. And he will say, I assume you got my note then, gentlemen. It is truly, I mean, you've saved me again. It's good of you. Thank you for that.
You did well.
Well, I did what I could, given the circumstances. I don't know how much information you've already gleaned from this, but yeah, it was a trap. And the Bakaris fell straight into it as soon as I realised it was a trap. I pulled, well, I say pulled rank. I went against Lord Baccharis's orders, and I turned most of our forces around, which is why we're not all massacred now, if you'll forgive the conceit. Baccharis the Younger, however, carried on, and he was overwhelmed and lost.
Did you see him fall?
I saw his troop overwhelmed. He's certainly either dead or in their hands. There's no other outcome for him.
Or if he is in the enemy's hands, he does not have the moral courage or fortitude to not give away our secrets.
Well, that's the problem.
The enemy now has information, or potentially has information, about the strengths and weaknesses of Calaman.
Speaking of which, I can tell you that as part of the withdrawal, I've received a message from Marshal Vendry. She is travelling back to the city, so the city should be secured. She should be there by the time that you get back. Which leads me on to my next request. I need you to get back to the city as fast as possible to tell them about what's happened and prepare them for a possible imminent attack from Dragon Army forces. I don't suspect they will attack, but Marshal Vendry needs to know what happened here sooner rather than later.
She does. But in the same respect, Dara, you and the remaining forces cannot afford to stay within the field. We must escort you back to Calaman.
I'm afraid, sir, I must insist on this. I don't want to pull rank, but you'll do this for me, I'm sure. Vendry needs to know. Marshal Vendry needs to know.
It's hard to pull rank on your superiors, fine squire, but I heed your word.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, from a Calaman perspective, I'm top dog.
Well, in terms of, you're still a squire of Solamnia.
I know. I appreciate you doing this, though. And he'll call Reese over, and Reese will say prayers and heal Hal and Theron back to full before you set off. Excuse me. So, happy with the situation so far?
I think so. I'm alright just to grab a quick drink.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Took a toe.
You sit there and you think about the fact that you didn't get a drink before the session.
I did.
Your thirst is
drank it.
punishment.
And he's not brought you one.
Pull rank, Jake. Pull rank.
I will pull rank. Josh, you suck.
It's a bit railroady, this part. I know we could lean into the roleplay a little bit more, but yeah.
That's quite
Imagine
alright.
like kind of Theron just mucking about, just kind of like drawing penises on horses and things, and actually going, what time is it? What time is it there? What time is it?
Time of day?
Mm.
Ooh, midday?
Time for shit.
How many's that you've had in this campaign now? Have you got a tally of how many dumps that Theron's had?
No, but I really should. I think we're definitely approaching double digits.
Yeah, I can
Probably
only
the only
remember.
campaign on YouTube where I go for a shit, where a character goes for a shit.
Mark's done it several times. He insists every campaign doing it at least once, and then letting everyone know that no one in campaigns does it, and yet he does it every time. But let me show you the what's it art. This is from inside, so it's not cover art. But this is the view of Calaman, by the way. This thing at the bottom. So that's how big Castle Calaman is.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Quite an impressive structure. Obviously, the goddess
Pigeons look a bit
Takesis.
scary in the sky.
Yeah, she's not currently there, fortunately.
Well, she wasn't when we left.
Yeah. Let me just check.
Aren't you glad we don't live in this world? I mean, look at the size of these pigeons.
That's some good eating on them, though, isn't there? Imagine how many
Or you
pies
use
you get
cracky
out of
pigeon
that.
pie.
Have you ever had rustic pigeon pie from a proper country pub
Yeah.
with bits of shot in?
Not shot. I've not had shot before.
Yeah, it's
They
always
must
a
have
nice
cleaned it
surprise.
must have cleaned it thoroughly. I love gamey stuff like venison and rabbit and veal and pheasant.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit. Yeah, it can be a bit much though, can't it? Well, for me. It can be. Right. So, are we happy to continue the railroady episode of Dragonlance?
Yes.
So you arrive back at Calaman. You're aware of the situation. A crowd mills at the gate ahead. Dozens of commoners murmur and excitedly looking past the closed portcullis. There's nothing to see, shouts a guard. Please move along. And the guard comes straight up to you. And straight up to Hal. And he'll say, Sir Knight, about an hour ago, fellow members of the Knights of Solamnia arrived, a small contingent, and went through the city. The knights aren't, as you know, particularly liked in the city. But the Leeds knight name was Caradoc. He was quite a charming man. And he had at least a dozen heavily armoured knights with him. And they just came from as if out of a storybook, and they insisted on going straight to Castle Calaman, which is where I've been instructed to point you all.
Have they got a meeting with Marshal Foundry?
Marshall still hasn't returned. You've managed to get here ahead of her. But the Knight Caradoc has headed straight for a meeting with Governor Miat, as far as I'm aware.
Governor Miat. Would Governor Miat be happy to see us at this time?
I don't see why not.
Would you mind taking us to him?
Yeah,
and then would
sure.
somebody mind ensuring that our horses are taken to the stable and rested?
Yeah, well, I'll you head towards the stables. I'll send word ahead, and they'll meet you outside the castle and escort you in.
I think when we get to the stables, obviously we'll see the stable master that we saw before. Is that right?
Yeah.
They're different. And then I think as Hal would hand over the reins for the warhorse, that it'd be like, this is the fine beast. Would you ensure that he's well looked after for our next journey?
I will do that for you, sir. What do you call him?
Now you put me on the spot. Thunder. Because that's the last thing his enemies will hear. The thunder of his hooves.
Nice.
Theron will go, ooh, look after mine as well. I want to keep this one. He's mine now.
All right, sir, and what do you want to call this one?
Valis.
Why not?
With a fur.
Where the fuck is Phallus?
They'll kind
Okay,
of like get down and go, who's a good boy.
Too much. Right, so let's take you outside then. So Castle Calaman's courtyard is largely deserted, as most of the city's defenders remain with the troops west of the city. Near the covered cloisters leading to the city's council conference rooms are two heavily armoured knights of Solamnia. One of them holds a banner bearing a prominent rose emblem. What would you like to do?
I think Hal would walk up. He would bow to one, drop to one knee, lower his head, stand up, and then salute the knights.
Okay. There is these two knights. They are heavily armoured, and they have the full plate regalia on. It looks old armour now that you're a little bit closer, and they don't respond to you in any way.
I think Hal would, as he's going to walk past to go into the meeting with Governor Mia, he'd just say, "You honour us with your presence, good sirs."
They again don't respond. There's nothing.
Can I knock on its armor?
Uh,
Just like knock it, like knocking a door.
So as you walk up, what I'll do is present you with a battle map, and we'll roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it?
It sure did. Right.
It's like, Skyrim, like we just stole a chicken in front of the Whiterun guards.
So, because it's all happened rather quickly. So, what I'd like you to do is have a think about where you would be. And what I'm going to do is put Edda right next to this fella.
Prime bonking spot.
Going to be somewhere in the middle.
Oh,
I'd rolled an 18 before that, Dave. Sorry, I've took it off the.
Okay.
Is there anything to maybe suggest that?
Jesus!
Like, how can we actually be sure that these
Okay,
aren't
Jesus.
just some dudes or some agents of the Dragon Army in the armor of the Knights of Solamnia?
Okay. Well, what I'll do, Josh, if you just give me a second. I know I'm rushing through this session for you. I know.
No, don't stress.
As who are we missing? Just you to roll, then, Josh.
Oh,
as
sorry.
Edda knocks on the armor in a very typical Kenderish fashion. This archaic armor, the headpiece rises, and you can see a glow of red. And underneath, there's this rictus grin of a skeleton. As these undead, these whites now turn to attack you. Edda, however, is the first to react.
Oh, dear me. Right. What have I got here that I can do? Oh, it's my. Ooh, okay. Can I then bonus action, steady aim, and then hit it? Oh, I'm too close. I just have to hit it with my pointy end of my stick.
Yeah, don't forget you've got your swashbuckler things. So because it's been a while since we've done it, and in fact I don't think you've done it since you took the swashbuckler fleet. I think you can still use your sneak attack because you took the swashbuckler fleet. The subclass.
Yeah, that's with finesse that's right. It's finesse. So I rolled. What did I get? It's gone.
24.
24, yeah.
24 hits.
Yeah, it's 3d6 damage plus, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, damage 3d6 plus. So 11 plus 3d6. 20 damage.
Ooh. Okay, any bonus actions for you?
You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash disengage cunning action.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you move where you want, mate. You know what your speed is as Micah takes a turn?
Yeah. Oh, I can't grab my character. Oh, shit. I think everything's crashing.
Oh.
I
Sorry.
think. So how does it work? I was just going to try and okay. I think Micah will just noticing their red eyes and kind of their like. You said it was like they had like skeletal kind of faces behind.
Yep.
Yeah. And kind of recognizing they're undead, he'd just kind of like pull out his holy symbol and hold it to them, and just say, he'd just say, hold it there, and then channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
So I need. Oh wait, is it only? Oh yeah. So then I need a DC wisdom saving throw from each of them. DC 16.
Okay. We have top one fails. They both fail.
Yes.
Are they what's their
Nice.
CR rating?
Why?
Because if it's less than a half, they both just die.
They don't both just die.
Oh, okay. Sweet. In that case, then they if the creature fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute until it takes any damage. A turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. Can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me, and it can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action and try to escape.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, or try to escape for an effect that prevents it from moving.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your action. Anything else?
Anything we can do for me bonus action?
I thought you were going to turn that into a full song there, Josh. I'm a bit disappointed.
I'm sorry. I'm not a bard, in my defense.
Well, maybe you should be.
I've done a prayer. I don't have to sing any songs. No, I don't think I don't. I don't think there's anything I'm going to do for me bonus action. That is me. Thank you.
Okay, so next up is Hal.
Hal's going to make just 2 sword attacks against the one that's in front of him. For a 20 to hit.
20 is going to hit.
Lovely. For only a measly 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. So he is no longer frightened because you've hit him, but he does take 7 points of damage.
He's got sap active. He's got sap active on him now as well because I've hit him with a long sword. Can he please make a strength saving throw?
He can, and he gets 4.
He fell, so he's not prone.
Okay, what's that?
So I've just shield bashed him.
Nice. So first attack, hit, shield bashed in prone. Second attack with advantage.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. Dungeon Master. That's a 19 for the first one. That's a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Come on, give me something better. That's not better. Well, it's a bit better. That's 12 points of...
That's not bad, Jake. 12 points of damage. Anything else from you?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if this is the only Knights of Solamnia, that's
Okay, so he will. It's his turn then. Knight of Solamnia A will stand and rise, and as he rises, as you've knocked him to the floor, he does this sort of freaky thing where he's sort of his shins rise, and then his calves rise, and then from the midriff, he just flips up with his shield out and raises towards Hal, and he's going to make, I believe, 2 attacks.
is a disadvantage to the Dungeon Master.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So first attack, disadvantage. Is it all of the attacks or first attack?
I believe it's just the first one. Let me just double check it. And it's next attack. Yeah. So it's only the one.
Yeah. Next attack. So it's going to roll 17 to hit you
Misses.
with a disadvantage roll. Misses. And then it will try and attack again with a normal roll. That's only a 10, so that misses as well.
Fabulous.
Theron takes a turn. You not seem to be making much headway with these. They're pretty sturdy things.
Have a con save, please, Dave.
Which one?
Both of them, please.
Okay, and what are you doing?
Rhymes binding ice.
Okay. Oh, you're evocation, aren't you?
Mm.
Yeah. So top one rolls 15, bottom one rolls 14.
Okay, they both fail.
Okay.
So it's 4d8 frost for 24, and they are now speeds reduced to 0.
Okay. So that's taken the turn condition, the frightened condition off both of them though, because they've both taken damage now. Anything else?
No, I think that's me for now.
Okay, so Knight of Solamnia B will launch towards Hal and make 2 attacks. As it draws. Sorry, yeah. So it can't move. So it will draw a spectral bow from its shoulder and take 2 shots at Micah. First attack is 18.
Hit.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 points of pierce. Are you casting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Right, so that attack is turned into a 9, which misses. Who's taking the advantage?
Who's next in the turn order? Oh, it's Edda.
Right, you've got advantage, Craig. His second bow attack is going to be a 21 to hit Micah.
Would also hit.
Yeah, so that's going to be 7 piercing. 4 necrotic.
Okay. Oh, spicy.
Spicy. As Edda takes a turn.
Okay. I'm gonna just. Oh, done it again. That's been a bit slow. I'm gonna move around to there and take a pot shot at this one with advantage.
With advantage.
Which is advantage.
Come on, Craig.
Come on. 18.
18 is exactly what you need to hit these heavily armoured I mean, they're
okay,
still
so
dressed as Knights of Solamnia, but they're clearly undead whites.
8 plus sneak attack. 21.
21 damage. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm all good there.
Okay, Micah's turn.
Mm-hmm. I think I will. After taking those hits, I'm going to step forward towards Knight Solamnia B, and press my holy symbol into his head, and cast Inflict Wounds. Second level. So I need a DC con save of 16 or higher, please.
Okay, rolls 10.
Yay! So that's 3d10 necrotic damage. Which I'm now hoping he's not resistant to. Oh, fucking hell, that's bad. 8 damage.
Okay, he takes 4 points of necrotic damage with resistance as he sort of there's this undead scream in your face.
It was the way that Dave like hid himself close next to the camera, like, yes, too right. You've just used necrotic damage on undead.
I was like, yeah, inflict wounds, big dice. We're gonna roll some big numbers, and I was like, oh, hang on a second, it's fucking necrotic damage, you spoon.
It's great when that happens, isn't it?
So good.
Yeah.
So
Anything
good.
else, Josh?
I will. No, that's everything. Thanks.
Oh,
Hello.
Go and get a tissue.
no, Dave, no.
You dirty little bastard.
I've just seen that. You know, on that when I took those arrows, I had advantage on that check as well because of my shield master. I let myself down. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are where we are.
You've let yourself down. You've let us down.
I'm gonna have a precise strike at the one that's directly in front of me.
Sure. We just don't play these characters enough, do we?
Oh shit! That's only a 15.
15's going to miss, although you don't expend your precise strike.
Let's make another one then with precise strike. let's go again. Come on, don't fail me. Oh, not bad. 27 to hit.
27 hits. Your damages.
So that's a 13 plus another D8, which is 7. So a total of 20 points of damage.
That's an overkill of 2. How would you like to kill this undead knight?
Fabulous. So like Hal's going to go in for the first strike and he kind of misses. He's just going to focus, and as he does so, he like lifts his shield up and then he just kind of swishes it around and takes its head clean off. And kind of as he's doing it, he's like, "You have no right to wear this, to wear that uniform." As he takes its head off. On that note, Hal is then going to move in next to. Are the doors there?
Yeah, they're here.
So in terms of, but can I get behind that?
Yeah.
So I can give like flanking.
Yes.
Let me just check one thing. That's okay. Don't worry. I'm good. That's my action.
Okay, Lewis, Theron's turn.
I'll cast Firebolt.
Okay, go for it.
Ugh, that misses.
14 misses. Anything else?
I'm gonna move to there.
Okay. So the white is going to take 2 attacks against Micah. As you've moved forwards, he is going to draw his sword now. First attack is 11. It's not my night. Second attack is 13. Okay, Edda's turn.
Yeah, I'll just fire at that. Excuse me, that's that one that's left. With sneak sneak attack, because sneak attack.
Well, yeah. You've got to read it first.
No, I won't. 10.
Oh, Craig. So Micah's turn. You are flanking.
Yay!
Big flanker.
Whoa. Was there any need for that? And you know what we won't do? We
Okay, you little
won't.
flanker.
Stop it. We won't use necrotic spells. Because apparently that's a bad idea against undead enemies. Which, to be honest, I don't think there's much I can do in the way of... no, house coming up anyway. It's fine. Let's just tee him up. I am going to inflict wounds. No. Fucking hell. I'm gonna. Oh shit!
Hope you're not.
It's not. I'm gonna shit.
That's my job.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go for a big old punt with my staff. Just try and like bring my staff down on his head.
Okay.
With advantage, yes, please. What a fucking shit roll.
That was abysmal. That misses. Anything else?
Inflict wounds.
Should we just move on to Hal?
Please.
Yeah.
All right, Hal's going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
With a natural 20, boys. Natural 20.
Wow, that was a 1 and
Come
a 20.
on.
Timely.
Which one do I have to take? Middle of the road? Here is the question. Does one trump the other?
No. It's a rolling damage.
Fabulous. That's
18.
18 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
And because I have successfully took a strike against him, can he make a strength saving throw, please?
He can, and he rolls 9.
Can he be knocked onto his behind, please?
He can.
And then also sap. So if he does get an attack next turn, it's at the first one's at disadvantage because I've hit with a long sword. And then the next attack with advantage, please be. Yes, that's not too bad. That's a 27 to hit.
Nice. Your damage is?
For 12 points of damage.
Okay, that's not enough to kill him, but he's on the floor. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good there.
Okay, takes us to Theron.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Is he advantage with prone?
No, well, strictly speaking, because it's ranged, it should be disadvantage because he's a smaller target, but you're close enough for me to ask you to make a normal roll.
So if I just walked up to him, then I've got spell sniper, so I can cast spells within 5 feet.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
27.
27 hits.
10 points of damage.
Wicked. He was on 4. How would you like to kill him?
I think Theron kind of like casually runs up to him and then just puts his hand on his head and just casts Firebolt at short range and blows the helmet off.
Blows his head apart. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so these undead Knights of Solamnia are now the only thing in the courtyard. Everything else seems quiet. The doors to the council chambers are closed. What would you like to do?
I think Hal's just going to burst through the doors.
Okay. So the corridors lead to the council chambers as you charge forwards. As you near the chambers, where the governor and city council members are meeting with the Knights of Solamnia, the halls are empty. The council chambers' doors stand ajar, and its guard is absent. Though the rooms usually buzz with conversation, everything is silent. As you burst into the council chamber, a scene of slaughter spills across the council chamber. Several guards wearing the colours of Calaman's soldiers lie tangled amid skeletal remains of tarnished Solamnic armour. The bloody bodies of Calaman's council members slumped in high-backed chairs and across the room's large table. At a position of honour opposite the door, Governor Kalof Miat's body is transfixed to his chair, a gleaming longsword piercing his chest. Next to the governor's body, a man in Solamnic armour rocks back in a chair. He props his booted feet on the table as he balances a scroll on one finger. That, gentlemen, is where we will leave the session this evening.
No!
Because we're not going to have enough time to get through what I want to do with you with this encounter.
So, when I said lock the gates,
At least we're not going to get into trouble for letting the refugees wear some helmet.
I mean, now we
I told you Miat would be fine with it.
we probably
He's got
actually
no
can
choice.
just kill Bakaris.
Right.
No.
let's have
Did
a
you
look.
say he was in Solamnic armor? Did you say?
Yes.
Mm.
In fact, I've got a. What I will
Hang
do.
on,
I'll
isn't
give
Jake
you-
a knight of Solamnia?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, try. Yeah.
I have a feeling I know who this prick is.
Ah.
I think I know as well, but that's like out of world, isn't it? Well, you know.
Have you
Let me-
got a photo of him?
Let's
Is it
show you
him?
some images.
Is it the Knight of the Black Rose?
No.
Oh,
So this
that's all right.
is the guy in Solamnic armor with his boots on the table and with a scroll in his hand.
I can't wait to fucking pummel that face.
Friendly enough.
These were the because it's very. This is the image of the Knights of Solamnia that were supposed to be guarding the gates. But when I ran it for the other ones, you look at this picture and you go, "No, that's undead. I'm not going." No, so they went instantly on the offensive. So I didn't want to show you that picture beforehand. I learned that lesson from the last time I ran the campaign. Have I ever showed you a picture of Lord Bakaris? Because he's just above as well. That's Lord Bakaris. I must have showed you.
Oh,
With his-
yeah.
With his little pet.
You've seen that one before
Yeah.
with his little peck.
And his
Yeah.
dead son.
This is well, if he's the leader that's been mentioned to you, his name's Knight Caradoc,
Like Caradoc.
and we'll pick that up
Stop